Welcome to Chamba Sports, where we highlight our community in the youth sports space and talk about the real passion behind the sports and how it heals us and makes us the best players in the game. With the help of our athletes, our coaches, the parents, and the fans, that's all of us. Let's get into it. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode. Today, we have a swimmer. I'm super excited because I don't know anything about swimming, so we're going to learn a lot about swimming today. But we're super excited, and I will let her introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Thalia Rocha. I'm a swimmer. I come from Golden Valley High School. I also come from a club called Bakersfield Aquatics Club. Short version BAC. I've been swimming for a really long time. I lost count, but I've been swimming since I was 5 years old.
Wow.
And yeah.
That's
I'm
so
just
cool.
17 now.
You're 17 now, so you've been swimming literally all your life, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you like, is it like your sport? When did you know it was your sport, or did mom just throw you in the pool and just go?
No. It wasn't that.
Not like that.
They did it to me. It's
I
fine.
threw myself in the pool.
Okay.
Everything that happened was, it was at a party. I didn't know how to swim. And one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to jump in. I jumped in the deep end. And I was like, I'm going to learn myself. So I learned.
That's
There we
good.
And so ever since, I just love swimming. It's just when I dove in and I sunk a little bit, it helped me realize, like, this is peaceful. This is where I need to be.
Oh.
So I got up eventually because I needed to breathe. But I was like, this might be my sport. This might be my sport. I mean, I tried so many different sports.
Okay.
So many. Like, there's a medal down there that is all league, I think.
Mm-hmm.
For softball.
Oh, so you played softball too before?
Yes.
Okay. When you were little, or like at middle school?
When I was like 4.
Okay.
And I tried every sport possible. Well, not every sport, because I didn't like track or soccer. But it was more like I tried everything. I tried basketball. I tried baseball. I tried a little bit of football.
You did. That is so cool.
I tried a little bit of baseball with my brothers. But I never really liked any. Like, it was fun because I was athletic, and my brothers and my mom and everyone in my family. But it was mostly like swimming. Like, every single day until this day, I'm like, swimming. I gotta go to practice. I gotta go make this grind so that I can get more medals, so I can put my name out there and not be like, oh, it's her. Like, she does swimming. What about it? You know? I want to put my name out there because swimming deserves that recognition.
That's awesome. I got super excited when I heard, when your mom said she's a swimmer, and I was like, oh my God, like, teach me everything. I know nothing. We know nothing about swimming, so I really wanted to, learn. I knew, apparently he didn't know that we had swimming when we were in high school. Don't know how that.
Yes, Golden Valley did not in our time. I don't know if they do now, but I mean the lack of promotion about it.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I would have known, I would have tried it. I mean,
Yeah.
that would have been fun for me because I'm all athlete too. So
Yeah, it was just more like, I didn't know my freshman year, like, oh, we had swimming, until, like, I really looked into it, and I was like, we have swimming, Mom. We have swimming.
That is so cool.
And then all the seniors will tell me, oh, there's a swimming pool on top of the gym. No, I'm not falling for that.
Like, they're lying.
I'm not falling for that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, there's no way they can be, because how is the water, like, come
Good.
on.
But when did you get into a club? Were you swimming for a club before that?
Yeah, I was
When
swimming.
did you start club swimming?
I was swimming in club, like, when I was 5. So I started when it was actually, like, a big club. And as the years went on, like, let's say, I think it was like 3 years. 3 years ago, when everything, like, kind of went slower.
When COVID shut us down.
Yeah. And then after COVID, all the coaches were like iffy about the team. I wasn't. I was like, I'm still in this team. I'm not leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's good.
my mom noticed that, and she was like, okay, well, me and a couple of other swimming moms are gonna be the president and take that role in what the
Oh.
other coaches did. But now we are starting back up again and slowly getting better and better. But as the years and days goes on, it matters is that we still have that team. We
Yeah.
still have our coaches that look up to us.
Mm-hmm.
Then we also have our coaches that are coming from East High School and stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
You're sneezing.
East High School and everything it brings me happiness because it's like, hey, we have other swimmers. Like,
Yeah.
why can't they get that recognition that they deserve?
I think
They're
it's really
fast.
important. Yeah, because we don't hear a lot about swimming. Like, even when we were younger, we didn't hear much about like swimming like we do.
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong, we love football, but the football, news that comes out. What are they called?
What?
The hometown sports, right?
Yeah.
Like we would love to hear more about swimming and what the schools are doing in the community with their swim teams. And I think it's awesome that you've done club because that shows you were committed early on. So that early commitment and you're committed to the sport and you're sticking to it. I think that's really important because a lot of people need that dedication, right? And some people are like, oh, it's just swim for fun, right? And then but you have a real passion. And I think I'm not a swimmer. I can't even swim. I could probably swim underwater, but not above water. But I know how much peace it brings, like even just being in the water, because sometimes he'll want to just jump in the pool and
to go ahead and de-stress because going underwater and everything's gone. You can just hear. So
it's like when you go into water and you stop hearing the cars, you stop hearing the traffic, you stop hearing people talking. So that's what kind of like brought me to like, this is my therapy. Like, this is where I need to be. And so as I started swimming, I just grew onto it. And I was like, this is where I am. This is my sport.
Okay.
And I had told my mom, I think I was 6 years old. I was like, Mom, this is my sport. I'm not leaving it.
Oh, that's good. And she pushed you and she's doing what she has to do to make sure that you succeed. So give us a little background because I know nothing about swim or how the sport works. So tell us about you have a bunch of medals here. Tell us a little bit about are those meets or, how do you guys do it in competition? Like, how does that work? How does competition work for people who don't swim? Because people think they just go and swim, but how are those competitions?
Competitions are tough. They're tough, let me tell you. It's just when you go into like a competition, it's like any game, like a football, basketball game. You're always set like, hey, I'm gonna win this, but you end up losing. But you also got to remember that you gain more practice by going to those competitions. So in my head, it's like, and other swimmers' head that I believe that's going on at the same time is, hey, I'm here to get my times. I'm here to set my records and stuff like that. But not only that, you're there to practice and the way that the swimming at competitions is that it goes by quick. It's not like a slow thing, even though it goes on for a whole day.
Okay.
But it's something that you would just like have to kind of relax.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, we're like chilling in a chair. No, we're probably like processing, thinking like, hey, we're about to go on. I'm nervous.
Yeah. So how do you guys train? Is it like you guys go somewhere, you swim, like, I don't know, what are the lines? What do you guys call them?
The lines under the pool
Yeah.
are like, they're the lines to guide us. Like,
Okay.
they're lines to like see, hey, where we're at in the pool and where do we need to stop? Where do we need to like, hey, like, this is your distance. You need to go like a 25 meter. Come on. And then pick it up.
Oh.
And then as soon as you flip on that wall, there's a little cross thing that's like right there. And this is your cue to flip.
Oh, So you even flip in the pool and everything. You do all the tricks. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool.
You gotta start watching the
I
Olympics
do.
more.
I do gotta watch
Come
the
on.
Olympics.
Yes, there are lanes that they have to stay in, just like track. And
Mhm.
I had no idea. I mean, you know a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Mm.
So, I guess I had a question. I guess about your process of, because I'm pretty sure it's just like track, right? It's waiting so long until your event comes up, and then all of a sudden you go. So, how do you get into the right mind space?
My mind space is telling. I talk to myself.
Mm.
I'm like those talkers that talk to myself, but I'm more like, hey, like you got this. Like
Mhm.
you've been training since forever, like
Mhm.
God knows how long, but you got this, and don't worry about where other people are at in different lanes. Just focus on the time that you want to accomplish on this race. So that's what I go into, and that's where I like lose everyone. So as soon as by the time I dive into that water, everything's silent. I can't hear no one. I'm dead in my mind. I'm just like swimming. So if I don't hear my mom screaming, it's because I'm not listening.
But she's cheering you on, so
Yeah.
that's all that matters. Above the water.
Just can't hear.
Yeah.
It's just more like I'm telling myself, you need to go faster. You need to sprint this, or you need to go faster because you need to make this time. In my head, it's like, oh, I'm doubting myself, but I know that I can do it.
Mhm.
And there's some doubt that's like, oh, I need to slow down, or I need to. My arm, my shoulder's hurting, my leg is hurting, my leg is about to cramp. No, I keep pushing.
Yeah, that's
I'm
good.
like, I can't do this. I need to go.
What are some of your times? Because you're wearing your championship shirt, so I'm guessing you guys went to
Valley.
Valley. Okay, and what place did you guys get?
Sorry, not just place, but what event?
What
did you
event?
go?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, he corrects
okay.
me,
There
so
you
it's a
go.
good thing. It's a good thing.
So I went to Valley for the 200 IM, and that's hard. And I went to Valley for my 500 freestyle, and my 500 freestyle was before going to Valley for the championships. It was a 620, 620. And for Valley that day for my 500, I made it to a 616.
Wow.
And that whole week that I've been training for my 500, I only had 3 days. I only had 3
You
days.
only had 3 days to train.
3 days to train.
Oh wow.
And that day on Saturday, on Friday, I dropped. And I was like, see, I can do it. So I could do it. And then my 200 that day, oh, it was so good. That 200 I wish I can do it again and drop that 2 seconds so I can make it to that second day. But it was just more like I almost made it to that second day. I could have. I was like 2 seconds away making it to state.
Oh.
And I was like, dang. But now I dropped that time. I worked on it and I dropped that time and I made that time.
That's so good. And you still have a whole, well, you're a senior, right, at Golden Valley, and you're still in the club, right? And so do you also do swim for Golden Valley? So you do both. What are some of the longer term goals when it comes to swimming? Are you kind of looking for those sponsorships, opportunities, going to college to swim?
Yeah, I'm looking for like a scholarship for it because I see that I can go a long ways for swimming as long as I keep pushing myself and my family's there with me.
Yeah.
But it's just more like I want to get scholarships out of Bakersfield. I keep telling my mom that. She doesn't want me to leave, but I'm leaving.
Like, I'm going. But it will be really good. I mean, Olympics in the future, maybe? Is that what you're kind of...
Maybe.
Yeah?
Yes.
Hey, so which college are you actually interested in right now?
Colorado.
Colorado?
Okay.
Colorado. That's always been my day one. But I was also looking like, ooh, maybe UCLA. Because I want to, besides swimming, I want to be a physical therapist.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I have to look into those classes. I have to see what works, you know?
Mhm.
So it's just more like, I want to go to Colorado because it's more like not school for me. Like it's a getaway, but not a getaway to get away from swimming or anything. It's more like, hey, I'm there for swimming and I'm there for my classes.
Yeah. And you're there to do a sport that you love while, finishing up your education and, getting on to the next step of your career, which is like, one of those most important things, because I feel like some people just after high school, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Then the Olympics.
And then the Olympics. If you want to go that route, then the Olympics, which will be super, super fun.
Sorry, I had another question. So who do you look up to in the Olympics that's out there right now? That's doing your
Katie Ledecky.
Mm-hmm.
Katie Ledecky. She swam. I don't know how many times I said it. It's just more like the way she moves in the water. Like she can do 2 or 3 kicks and she's already at the thing.
Oh, wow.
At the other wall. I'm like, oh, I want to be like that. So I kind of push myself to be like her because she's one of my role models. One of them.
Okay.
that's awesome right there. I don't even know how to kick. I'll be just
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're not good.
2 laps in the pool and I'm done. And I'm gassed already. So
and I can only do underwater, so can't do overwater to save my life. So, that is so exciting. Well, and what do you have any advice for like younger kids, especially like I'm even thinking of mine, right? Of ours, we have a 7-year-old who loves the water, a 5-year-old who loves the water, but I never really thought like swim as a sport, right? You could toss them in swimming lessons. I never thought of that, but they're little. So what advice do you want to give the younger generation who just thinks swimming's just for fun in the pool? Because some kids love it. They don't know it's out there.
I would say try it. And if you try it, then that's all that matters. But it's only if you try a sport and you really like it, then keep doing it. And for like the younger people in this generation, it's more like, hey, like I know you're probably going through a lot or something like that, but it's more like put yourself in that sport, put you, even at a young age, because it develops you more growing up, because you have that leadership, you have that talking and interacting with other people. It's not more like, hey, it's like not a one-on-one. It's you have a group of people there to support you. So it's more like if you want to put your guys' kids in swimming, I would say do it because you have that community of swimmers.
Yeah, and we should start in like club, right?
Yes.
Yeah, club because then we're gonna make sure we get them to club.
sounds good.
Is there anyone you want to thank?
Anyone? I want to thank mostly my parents, but mostly my 2 older brothers.
Oh.
Mostly my parents.
We're looking at mom over there.
Mostly my mom, mostly. She helped me be the person I am today. But not only that, she's always there. Even at the end of the race, she's there. And even if I lose, but I still make my time.
You're like,
even if I lose and I get mad about it, she's like, you did good. Look at your time. You got to remember that. And I was like, you're right. It's not about the place. It's about the time. So let's say you get 3rd place. It's about the time that you made. It's not about the placement. Mm-hmm. So she's like, you got to remember that. And I was like, you're right. But not only that, I want to thank my 2 older brothers. They helped me be the person I am today. Because if I would have gave up on swimming, because they would tell me, you're fast. You can do it. Don't give up on that sport. Like, you were good at other sports, but you're really, really talented in swimming. So don't give up on it. And don't lose that passion. Because you can go a long way. And so every single day I work up to it. Every single day my mom goes, Olympics, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'll try to make it there. And I want to go to the Olympics because I want to show everyone that I can do it, especially Golden Valley, because they don't introduce swimming like that. So I wanted to be like, hey, I'm from Golden Valley. You have a swim team. And it needs to be acknowledged. It needs to be out there, like football and basketball. It needs to be out there, because if it's not, then it's going to be stay in one place and no one's going to know about it. Like, he didn't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's tough because it's like, it's a really, really competitive sport. And it's same thing like track, but way different. It's same thing like football, but way different. People say that I'm crazy for doing swimming. I'm like, I don't care. I use more muscles than you ever will.
That's true. That is true.
That is true.
And everyone's like, you don't use more muscles? It's not. I was like, oh, trust me. You get into the sport after football, you're going to be tired after one lap because you can't hang on. We use more muscles than a wrestler, a football, basketball, any sport you would do, we use those muscles. And it's like crazy to think that people say that, oh, you guys don't use that much muscles. No, we do. We use muscles that are not even there. And that other people, oh, is that to muscle? Yeah, it is. We use it.
Yeah, that's so cool.
But I'm thanking my family mostly.
That's awesome.
They stood by me, and they will continue staying by me.
Yeah. Well, now you have an extra layer of support
Oh, yeah.
because I'm excited. I want to go to a meet and go, check it out. Everybody that comes on and, shows us what they do and what sport. Like, I'm interested because I just want to go see, and we want to be there too to support. And, we're here too. We're gonna cheer you on. And I know Mom now, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna go. I'm gonna bug her for the meet dates, and we'll go and join her and support you. And I'm excited because you're Golden Valley, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get to see what the future brings, and we'll be checking in and seeing how the next part of your senior year goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we want to thank Thalia. Thank you, Thalia, for being here today. And thank you, Mom, for bringing her. Super excited. And we can't wait for, the episode to drop and all of the content to be shared out. And for people to understand that swim is a sport and it's something that is very challenging, right? It's just like any other sport. And look at those medals. Like, yeah.
Medals talk. Medals talk.
Yeah, medals talk. So, I mean, look at that. But we also want to thank all of you. Thank you all for joining us today. We're super excited to just continue bringing you this new content. If anybody wants to be on the podcast, we just wanted to say, I know there is some speculation of like, how do I even get on? It's completely free to the community. All we ask is that you come and join us, fill out the interest form on our social media, DM us, get in contact with us however you'd like. It is a completely free service to our community. We just want to bring exposure not only to the athlete, but also to the sport. We want to get to know the sport too, just like us. A lot of people might not know it. So don't forget to
like and subscribe. Yeah.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.